That means we're rolling.
Rolling. Action.
Well, you know, I'm going to miss this, Rockstar Bob. I'm going to miss this.
Make this one good, because we're not going to have another one with you for a little over 2 weeks.
We had a good story today. Any story that begins with the headline, "Forgetful pot dealer leaps through cop car window." I mean, you kind of got an idea that there might be more to tell on this tale.
Well, everybody wins with a story like this.
And as we go to the details on this, I just want you to think about, and of course, none of us out there really know what it's like to smoke pot. Of course, we're assuming something like that. But you've heard about it. Maybe you had a friend. It's possible. You might have
I've heard about things
or something like that, who has told you what classic behavior when you're what do they call it when you smoke pot? Oh, stoned. When you're stoned,
you're a stoner.
High, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that another one?
You become a stoner.
How you normally act like. And tell me if you think, as Bob relates this story to you, this is a typical stoner.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but this doesn't line up.
I don't
with
know
what I've
either.
heard
We're hoping you might be able to help us out.
A Gainesville man was arrested on charges of drug possession and resisting arrest after police say they found a bag of marijuana on him, and that while being taken to jail, he leapt from an open window of the patrol car.
All right, but that immediately gets my attention a little bit. I mean, from what I understand, you're not normally inclined to do crazy stuff like that.
I've heard you kind of chill out and you're mellow.
You're more mellow,
right?
Exactly. It's precisely what it doesn't sound like pothead behavior to me.
Not from what I've heard, but Officer Tony Farrow said that the man they're talking about, Daniel Augustus Jones Jr.,
Danny Jr.
22 years old, said Jones spontaneously told him, "I don't have any drugs on me."
Now let's stop right there. That is pothead behavior, I would think, right there.
Paranoid.
So the cop comes up to him, and instead of saying "Hello, officer," or "What can I do, officer," or "Is there a problem, officer?" normally the right thing to say is "There a problem, officer?" He says, "I don't have any drugs on me." That seems like pothead behavior.
Yeah, the officer said they spotted a plastic bag filled with about a quarter pound of marijuana.
Now, we learned, didn't we, from our D'Angelo Casto story, that a quarter pound is a lot. It's more than even more than up here. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to pass through Washington State with that much.
Yeah,
He's not in Washington State.
I don't think you're going to be able to stick it in your shoes through the airport.
So he's not hiding it. It's probably on the. I gotcha.
That's I guess, a fairly big bag.
We think.
As Farrow and Officer Anton Lipsky tried to arrest Jones, they said he began fighting with them and was pepper sprayed before being put in the back of Farrow's patrol car. Jones asked to have the window rolled down so that he could get air.
And that's when the cop rolled the window down for him? That's high behavior.
Well, the cop said, "I feared he'd kick my patrol car window out, and I rolled the window down." So while the car was in motion, Jones was still handcuffed. He dove out the rear window.
All right.
So.
All right, and then there's another then he was
shot with a taser.
All right, because he continued to fight with officers after being tackled while handcuffed after jumping out of the back seat of a moving car.
Yeah, it seems awfully active.
Come on, man. I mean, that is not what I understand, from my Cheech and Chong movie watching.
Yes.
What's that? That's probably my reference point on this.
They never acted like that in any
Pepper spray? Tased?
Fighting?
And then tackling the cops after you've jumped out of a car? You're handcuffed! And you're fighting cops?
Yeah, and then while being questioned after the arrest, Jones told Farrow that, quote, he forgot he had a bag of weed.
You see, at the very end, though...
A big bag of weed.
At the very end, though, he kind of brings it all together, and it's...
bag! Ugh.
That, it seems to me, is very stoned behavior.
That sounds like people I've been around who've been under the influence. That I could believe. The rest of it seems a little out of character.
Yeah, for guys that are high. As we've been told, we really wouldn't know anything about that. Honestly. At all. Nothing. Okay, cheese it.